midst of the tournaments, but still, last year's GC Busan organization, 2 of the teams are pretty strong, but this time around, GC Busan Blue was actually unfortunately knocked out during the group stages. And now on screen we do have Coup d'etat.
Get a chance to look at Coup d'etat. See about Yeonche, Suwanli helping out Young Jun. Super rookie right here. Got Gunslinger. Says he does main KFM, but he's definitely going to play more Gunslinger more often than not because he's been quite good at that class, playing the Flame oriented instead of the Shadow most of the time. And it means that he's going to go for damage, and that's what he's really up for. Burst damage to finish off opponents one at a time. And we've seen a lot of success with this guy, and waving his hand down, Byung Jun. Continue to really look out for what he can do and what more he can do as time goes on.
We'll have to see, because like Joel constantly mentions, he is a super rookie, and you know, this is his first year playing in this official offline tournament of BNS. So I'm excited that he's already in the semifinals to begin with.
He gets to go up against potentially the strongest team right now in Korea with GC Busan Red as we get ready to go into the tag match, and you'll see that Yunta Son's going to be playing the Gunslinger. Okay, this is something that we could have seen a little bit differently. We saw a little bit in the quarterfinals, but it's going to be more consistent than ever. And Yunta Son, of course, we didn't see him as a 2017 Gunslinger because the class wasn't available at the time, but it seems like he's very liking what is available for that class.
We'll have to see which Gunslinger can provide that burst damage, and which of the other 2 teammates can provide the support for the Gunslinger to interfere in, or you know, put out that burst damage. We'll have to see about that. And you know, I'm kind of curious if Byung Jun will stay with the Flame like we were talking about, whereas Yunta Son probably will come out with the Shadow Gunslinger. So we'll have to see which element they pick and come out. But you know, Byung Jun is known for that Flame Gunslinger, that burst damage.
But in terms of composition, GC Busan Red and Coup d'etat literally have the same classes available in terms of just literally mirroring each other. But the Gunslinger, the main damage output, Warlock there for additional damage, along with some CC potential, and of course the Destroyer for the defensive utilities also with the CC can be available for them. It's going to be the same for both teams here, so definitely going to see the winner out of this team be the better team in terms of that competition alone. So let's see what happens in game 1, because I think we're going to get ready very, very soon with GC Busan Red and Coup d'etat now ready to fight into this first round to see who the better team is with the same competition. Let's find out what happens in this game 1. Now ready to fight into this first round to see who the better team is with the same competition. Let's find out what happens in this game 1. There you go for the first game. GC Busan Red and Coup d'etat up in the action. Talk about the Gunslinger starting us off. It just takes a little bit of damage to start off, but it's going to be too worrying that time being.
Alright, so
Gunslinger starting us
we do have Yunta on the Shadow. Yes, we do have Byung Jun on the Flame, like we mentioned, so we do have different elements for the 2 Gunslingers here.
Okay, so it's going to be Shadow versus Flame. Which one's the better Gunslinger? Gonna find out soon enough.
Different elements for the 2 Gunslingers here. And you know, we all know about the Gunslinger mirror matches. Oh, there we go. Byung Jun lands that CC here.
Take a lot of damage already, and it's on hard time already.
Oh, there we go. Byung Jun lands that CC here. They do use that vigilance, unlimited escapes for 8 seconds when that green poof thing happens, and you know, vigilance. Gunslingers are just great classes because, you know, in the beginning when they first came out, they lacked the escapes, they lacked the mobilities, other than the quick line that they have now after the vigilance, and it's amazing, and you guys can just see how it's played. And first, Yunta Son is tagged out.
He tagged out to Sang Choi, and out after taking so much damage from Byung Jun. So winner out of that one, the first round standing then. Trying to do it again, this time against Sang Choi, but he needs a little bit of help to get that done, you see. Suwanli is coming from that, interfere with that Destroyer. Do it again,
Yeonche comes in for the Warlock, and I also wanted to mention Yeonche compared to Juno Han. Juno Han is more experienced as the Warlock, whereas Yeonche was originally an assassin, and he had to swap over to the Warlock to make that team composition work. So we'll see how this plays out.
See time distortion on both sides. that they will get all the cooldowns right back. And oh, but Junohan taking a lot of damage early and taking even more damage. Can he just get out of here? But it's going to trade the damage right back to Young Chan. So let's be careful. Junohan still is not escaping for the minute. And can he just get out of here? For the time being, he's going to be all alone. And now finally tag out to Yuntaesun now.
Yuntaesun decides to come in rather than come to Choi. We'll see what he can do. And you know, take note that Suwon Lee is on the Fury build and he still has it up and ready for use. We'll see when he procs that and goes in.
Try to pull him in there. This might be the time he might start to use the Fury, but he's going to see another Fear that would help out.
There we go.
Fury's in there. Attack coming in from Sung Choi. It destroy a mirror match for the time being, but don't get too much of that Fury. As we were mentioning earlier, Byung-Jun comes back in. Have a hard time against Sung Choi already. You can see that. And Byung-Jun can get away from this one. A little bit difficult for the time being. Have a hard time against Sung Choi already.
Perfect time. Byung-Jun comes in, uses vigilance, and you know, unlimited escapes allows him to endure that 2v1. But now that cool is off, and now he uses his escape. 30-second cooldown for Byung-Jun.
Have to stay alive for the time being. Get caught a little bit there, and you probably can get an interfere from Yuntaesun and to finish the gunslinger off in a flash. And it could happen. Youngchae coming in now for the Warlock. Help out with the damage and even the time distortion. What's supposed to be a utility interfere, but Byung-Jun takes the home side of that one. And Sung Choi very, very low. Forcing Junohan to come back in.
Byung-Jun lands that. You see that offensive interfere actually comes in by Suwon Lee. Pushing Junohan back. This is not looking good for GC Busan Red.
Familiar just melts there, and no other option for Junohan other than to just tag out once again.
Not looking good for GC Busan Red.
Byung-Jun taking some damage from Yuntaesun. Does use that escape once again, and ready to fight right back. Byung-Jun doing very good so far of melting down the opponents time after time. Ready to fight right back.
We'll see how Byung-Jun approaches this, because there's still 20 seconds left for that escape to come back, and there we go. The offensive interfere comes in.
Chan just trying to provide the CC so he can finish off Yuntaesun in a hurry, and don't see the reaction in 2v2. That defensive interfere didn't feel like it was needed. By the sign of GC Busan Red there.
3 seconds for Byung-Jun's force tag. Timing comes in, Junohan comes in, tries to make that chase and make something, you know, into something, but Young-Chae puts the Sanctum down and backsteps away.
He's gonna have to use just the escape to get away. The chase did come out for GC Busan Red to force him to use the escape for now, and Young-Chae, careful. Oh, you see the ultimate? Oh! That connected?
No, it was definitely something else. We had that interfere come in, and Yuntaesun actually just melted away. No, it was
Young-Chae melt away. Just on that timing. I heard the ultimate sound, but just didn't see it connect, but the damage went down all the way.
So he used the ult, but I'm pretty sure that ult does not proc that.
Yeah, I know.
But we'll see the replay just to make sure. But yeah, Yuntaesun definitely got deleted. GC Busan Red, we were talking about how strong their roster was, and now look at what Byung-Jun and his teammates are doing to him.
I see Byung-Jun all by himself. Now he's going to take enough damage to probably finish off something Choi there. Could have Junohan to just barely come in, but that gets him very, very low as well. So right now, I feel like Byung-Jun doesn't even need his teammates at the moment. He can just finish 1v2 here. That gets him very, very low as well. So
Byung-Jun's not worried. There's no interference for his teammates to come in and save, but yes, he does have that tag point left.
Again, Suwon Lee.
Back row chase into the area.
Choi very good of staying persistent throughout this matchup here, and the Typhoon connecting once again. Up in the air. Persistent with the power drive to make sure he gets more damage onto it, but trying to buy time is going to be the biggest objective here for Choi, but he's going to be stunned up, and I don't think it's going to be happening for now. No escapes now, so anytime he gets caught up, it will be trouble for Choi.
Choi buys some time. He is on the Fury build, so he doesn't have persistence. And he does get that sleep, and he's going to wait for that cool, definitely. And there we go. We do have Suwon Lee waking up. Then escape.
Suwon Lee, let's see if he can finish him off before the timer runs out. And still going to be healing back for just a bit.
Into the aerial, and he does get
finished. And Byung-Jun just Junohan. Yeah, Byung-Jun got finished up with both, and as soon as the attack came in, on that force track. Byung was ready to just come in right away with that interfere. As soon as he came in, the chase didn't happen on that very close distance. And got the double kill there in the end. So Byung, very good job of him. Once again, the super rookie just being better than every single player that he has played so far. And looking very good in this game.
Yeah, we have Sung Choi on screen. Seems a little out of it right now.
Seems a bit baffled as to what exactly happened there, because they were just manhandled there in terms of Byung literally doing numbers to their opponents every single time.
Yeah, and if you remember, Itasung comes out with the shadow, and near the mid late game, he swaps when he's on bench, back to Flame and comes back out. Maybe he noticed the damage difference between the shadow and Flame, and he saw Byung and he said, all right, maybe he noticed the damage difference all throughout.
You got to look at this, because do they now tell Itasung to play the Flame Gunslinger? But you got to be so what do you call it? Yeah, you gotta be so adept at learning how to play the Flame Gunslinger so properly there, because it could be very, very tough. It definitely wasn't the ultimate connection to Warlock. To figure that out, but just additional damage came in. But done. I mean, if you can handle the Flame Gunslinger that well, I think it's so tough for your opponents to always fight back in. Done just always, every time, just surprises up with opportunity that he just makes for himself. And these nice wins for his team, coup d'etat, and the other two members, Suwon Lee and Youngwon Che, definitely appreciate his efforts here.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that Juno comes in, gets knocked out, and Sung Choi gets onto the bench, literally just looks at the bench and comes back out on the field to die. And that's how the game ended. And potentially the strongest team, GC Busan Red, actually gets defeated in the first set. See what they bring to us in set 2 with singles.
Still got many games to go. Play one more single and another tag before we get to set 4, which will be either single or tag, depending on how the roulette shows us the next result. But for the time, we gotta have a couple of matches before anything is decided. So definitely, winning the first game is good, but it definitely does not decide your total outcome. So whether you've won out the series or not, you still have to play many more games. Feel like you have to win more games to really feel like you got the win there.
Yeah, and just a reminder, last year, when teams won 2 tag matches, that gave them 4 points. But now this year, everything is worth 1. So singles and tag, they're both equally important. And now on screen we have Juno Han coming out with the Warlock and Youngwon Che coming out with his original assassin for this singles.
Definitely not going to go to the Warlock mirror match on Youngwon Che. Feeling a lot more comfortable on the assassin, and Juno Han just ready to step up now and just provide for his team the stability that they need to get into this game 3, because I feel like after game 1, it wasn't on their sails here in terms of trying to control the pace themselves, but it feels like they were really controlled in terms of coup d'etat being so well done. And Jun just doing so well for himself and for his teammates. That Gunslinger and really GC Busan Red had no answers to it.
Yeah, and let's hope that Youngwon Che is able to carry on this momentum since he is bringing out his original or main character assassin. But however, Juno Han, let's hope that his Warlock, he has been that #1 Warlock in Korea in the rankings. So let's see if he can prove to us once again that his Warlock is very formidable.
We're gonna have a headset issue with Youngwon Che.
All right.
Trying to just sort that out before we get into the game here. Just means the theme music will play along for just a little bit more, but I'm sure once we get that settled, we'll get into the match right away. And it means the theme music will play along for just a little bit more.
And it seems like the problem is solved right away.
Okay. I think we're gonna get ready to the game then. And game 2, the singles. Juno Han, Youngwon Che, Warlock versus Assassin to see who gets the second point, and whether coup d'etat can extend their lead. We're gonna find out in this game number 2. Warlock versus Assassin to see who gets the second point, and whether coup d'etat can extend their lead. We're gonna find out in this game number 2. Let's get the game underway. Juno Han, after his team lost out game 1. Be back out with the Warlock. Game underway. To get beaten out Youngwon Che on the Assassin team. Lost out game 1.
Well, see, Juno Han is definitely used to going up against Assassins as a Warlock in singles. But we'll see if he's able to beat down Youngwon Che's Assassin. Youngwon Che may not be the best assassin in Korea, but he is definitely up there.
Saw him just getting caught out there. Youngwon had to use the escape, and even the Lotus escape to get out of there. All the escapes now gone, and no time distortion from your allies to help them out there. So don't want to get caught out once again by Junohan. Will lead to a lot of damage. More stun is definitely what Junohan's waiting for here.
We go with the leech into the area. This is done.
There's nothing else you can do, and that's so much damage you can do to an assassin. And really, just bringing it right back. But the flow was what's really needed there for G-Susan Red, and going to game 3, feeling a lot better about themselves, and they can beat out once again coup d'etat after that nice win from Junohan in game 2. A lot better about themselves.
You will see now that GC Busan Red has won a singles, they just have to kind of get back on track with tags, and set 3 will be going back to tags. We'll see if coup d'etat will come back as stronger team in tag team rather than singles. But if GC Busan Red actually decides to beat them in tag, now coup d'etat is going to be pushed to the corner. But here, Youngwon Che just out of Lotus's escape and his stealth right off the bat, just one leech into the aerial is just going to finish you off.
Junohan definitely knew what he was getting into, and fans coming in telling him how cute he is. What he was getting into, and definitely a cutie right there. Of course, with Junohan doing so well with his plays and showing that he is the best Warlock still in Korea. And really dominating performance right there in game 2 over his opponent.
Yeah, kind of slowly forgetting the times when Junohan used to play the Blade Master back in the day. He was the Eyebrow Master, and now he swapped over to the Warlock, and he's doing so well on this new class. Not even a new class for him anymore. But let's see if he's able to carry this on into this third tag match.
Gonna get into another tag match here before we get into the randoms. See what the players like to bring. Probably will be just the same as we saw in round 1. The big question is, does G-Susan Red have an answer? Just the same. Youngwon Jun's Gunslinger has been so strong in game 1, and it's been the same composition for both teams. And it's been about Yuntaesan really not putting out as much damage as Youngwon Jun did onto their opponents. And we're going to see if that happens again, because I think G-Susan Red was seemingly clueless in terms of how to deal with Youngwon Jun's lethal gunslinger that he brought all throughout the game.
Yeah, but anyways, as we talk about the two gunslingers on either teams, usually when we have an evenly matched up gunslinger mirror, it's kind of dull and it's very slow, and both of them eventually gets force tagged out. But this time around in set 1, we saw Youngwon Jun go up against Yuntaesan and forced Yuntaesan to tag out after taking around roughly 60 to 70% damage. So that just proves that in skill-wise, Youngwon Jun is up there, even during tags. It's very hard for gunslingers to kind of forcefully tag out early on, but Youngwon Jun forcing Yuntaesan to tag out that early, it just proves that Youngwon Jun is up there compared to Yuntaesan's gunslinger.
I mean, one of the best things about gunslingers is that you can buy time with it and allow your teammates to plan things out accordingly before getting into the next round of things. And Youngwon Jun has been very good at that all season, just really buying time when his team needs it. Also putting out the damage as well when his teammates provide the support, but Yuntaesan definitely hasn't been the same type of beast when it comes to that one, and has a couple of roads to follow in terms of getting to the level of that super rookie Youngwon Jun, as you see on the screen here.
Yep, to be honest, Youngwon Jun just has a lot more experience on the gunslinger compared to Yuntaesan, because Yuntaesan, even last season, he was so focused on playing the Blade Dancer and sometimes the Assassin, going back and forth. Youngwon Jun has, right after the gunslinger came out, he just dropped his main classes and he just swapped over to the gunslinger, and he's been playing the gunslinger ever since. He even came out with the gunslinger and experienced a little bit of a tournament style format in the Clan Wars. So he definitely has that experience as the gunslinger in the tournament and just as casual play. So it makes sense that he's a little bit better than Yuntaesan, but we'll see if Yuntaesan will be able to stand back up and fight against Youngwon Jun.
We'll see what happens though, because like an audio issue did happen, but I think it's gonna be fixed right away. I think the problem will be resolved. No more delays. Audio issue probably will get into the game here. Game 3 will be right underway here, as we do have G-Susan Red currently even with coup d'etat. See if they can extend the lead here. Let's find out this game number 3. See what happens. begin the game 3 between Yuntaesun and Byung-Jun. Gunslinger mirror match once again. Game 3. Same thing with the shadow and the flame once again on each side.
Yeah, so Yuntaesun is not going to give up his pride and just come out with the shadow and make something happen. And Byung-Jun this time around takes that damage first from Yuntaesun.
He forces out the escape though, that's going to be important for Byung-Jun.
Takes that damage
Get the right back. Time to switch coming from Junohan as well.
They're both trying to kind of bait each other out.
Right back. Time to switch.
We'll see which one works. Oh, Byung-Jun taking the damage, using that second wind. Defensive interference comes in from Suwon Lee.
Could have been dangerous for Byung-Jun there. Has Suwon Lee on the track for that defensive effort. And fine for the time being, the HP loss is not really significant enough that we'll turn the tides here. 1 minute left, 50 seconds to be exact for Byung-Jun and Yuntaesun. We force tagged out, so wonder what they're gonna make of it for the time they have remaining.
Yeah, but this time around, Yuntaesun definitely has that advantage and capitalize on that because Kudeta already used 2 interferes, and that Yuntaesun made them do. And Byung-Jun only forced out 1 interfere from Junohan. So right now, in terms of points, interfere points, definitely GC Red is up there.
Right now, in terms of move along with this, and
definitely
do. Last time around, he put a lot more damage onto Yuntaesun, which made him forced tag out. He's that tag point very early in the game, and that one out in the trades there. This time around, seems a lot more even. The 2 gunslingers here.
Oh, Byung-Jun taking a little bit more until they're both tag. Oh, they were trading like crazy.
We're going to see a Warlock mirror match with Junohan and Young Chae. Young Chae's going to have a hard time to begin us off.
Yeah, we both had that reaction on QB2. However, like Joel said, Young Chae took a little bit more damage compared to Junohan. Both of the sanctums are down, both of the thralls are out. Took a little bit more damage compared to Junohan.
See the Hobas, he would come in, but escaped that in time. Junohan taking a little bit of damage already.
More to be added on. Yuntaesun comes in. Finish though of Young Chae's thrall right there.
Yeah.
With the leash landing for Junohan. Okay. Comes in. Finish though of Young Chae's
doesn't go up in the air. Crucial now. Junohan and also both Warlocks. Like they want to drag back out and done. Ooh, back out again. That's a lot of damage onto Sungjae Choi. Drag back out.
Destroyers. Ooh, I feel bad for Sungjae Choi. There we go, but he does make his move.
Get the stun, so another stun with that escape gone now. Serious damage for Sungjae Choi. Byung-Jun knows not to get caught by it. And oh, it's going to be Yuntaesun trying to add for that damage from the interfere. Very nicely done.
They actually forced Byung-Jun to tag out, so this is not a bad start for GC Busan Red.
Yeah, and we're going to see a Warlock mirror match once again. Both players tag out here. Chae go up against Junohan in this Warlock mirror match.
Junohan definitely has to show something, even though it is a Warlock mirror match. He has to come out on top because his teammates' health bars are very low.
You see this here. Young Chae just trying to stick around here. Junohan just trying to put some damage onto his opponent. And both Warlocks don't necessarily look the same in terms of how much damage they're putting out. And Suwon Lee comes back in. Destroyer for the very first time here.
Yep, out of all of his escapes, the second he comes in, Little Blade also lands, forcing that escape out from the Destroyer. We'll see how Suwon Lee approaches this. He might just need to tag out very soon. He does have 2 tag points.
He's going to get the very nice chains, and Byung-Jun is going to be allowing to put that damage on it. Interfere, almost very successful there. Very dangerous in that situation.
That was very dangerous, like you said, and we'll see if Yuntaesun will be able to survive because he has 2 tag points. He might just need to tag out and not be greedy. There we go.
Trying to move against Sungjae Choi here, but Sungjae Choi having a hard time himself, so it's up in the air. So we don't see anything from it. Yuntaesun trying to add to the damage, but doesn't come out from it too much.
Both trading, and Byung-Jun actually comes in this time around. We'll see if he's able to kind of poke down Sungjae Choi's Destroyer because, you know, other than Junohan, if they are able to kind of bring down Sungjae Choi's health, that's 2 people low on GC Busan Red side. Oh, and like as I was saying, both of the 2 members on GC Busan Red are super low. They just all they have to worry about is Junohan now. Both of the 2.
Okay, the time distortion. Now over to
all
Swanli.
they have to worry about is Junohan now.
Against Junohan, against the Warlock. Let's see. Now they can stand along with this fight here. Yunsun is very, very low. Junohan showing Warlock lower as well, but showing ultimate. How much is going to connect? Question for the time being.
Definitely gets rid of that thrall right there. See the grab. Back roll chase happens.
Wallbang. And that's going to be the damage coming in as well. Youngwon Che. The ultimate's going to connect, and that's going to be the Warlock ultimate onto Junohan to finish him off.
That stagger type
ultimate's going to connect.
Very
That's
nice.
going to be the
Very
Warlock
nice, yeah,
ultimate
very nice.
onto Junohan. Wallbang. That leads the free ultimate. The Warlock to connect 100% there. Junohan now dies out once again and gives now a good lead towards the coup d'etat, and see if they can just hang on to this for 4 minutes. Continue on their lead, and they're going to win out game 3. Another tag point win. It would be very nice for a coup d'etat.
Yeah, and you know, like I mentioned before, Junohan was the player on GC Busan Red that came out of the field with full health, where the other two teammates were very low, and now the two low players on health bars had to deal with a three-man team on coup d'etat.
And then Byung and Jun, everybody else in coup d'etat is looking very, very healthy. Don't have any problems here. Typhoon trying to connect there, and using tap escape to get out. Youngwon Che back out on the field.
Sung Jin Choi coming out, going up against Youngwon Che.
Destroyer versus Warlock.
Jin Choi coming
They
out.
can do.
Body swap. Going up against Youngwon Che. That was a good body swap for Youngwon Che. We'll see if they are going to try to finish it. There's still 3 minutes left.
Che trying to get the damage on. Time distortion does happen, but Choi's just not going to allow him to stand still there. Trying to put out the damage. Buy some time if he can.
Yep, everybody gets that interfere point back at the 3-minute mark.
Oh,
tagging
the Warlock ultimate. Yeah, along with Byung and Jun's damage, that's going to do so much. And Yunsun always having a hard time as well. I think he's just ready to finish him off now. If he can get a good interference from Suwon lane, like that Destroyer and the Warlock combo should be able to finish the Gunslinger off, but the other way around, the damage comes through.
Actually taking a lot like you said.
Gunslinger
We
off,
thought
but the other way
Yunsun
around.
was going to get finished off. But he is actually staying alive for the time being. Tetherblade does land, forces out Yunsun's escape. He's actually
Suddenly,
procs at all.
but puts the paper in front. Really easy there, but the last bit of damage that will come through with that one poke should be enough. The throw even trying to help out, make sure the damage gets through, but Yunsun, yeah, he's being very conscious here about his abilities, and but it does take that last bit of damage from the Warlock, and that will be coup d'etat winning out another tag point here, and up 2-1 after game 3.
Yeah, and this just proves that, you know, coup d'etat is definitely the stronger team on the side of tag matches. But now we're going to go to our random roulette, and we'll see if it comes out to singles or tag. And if it does come out to tag again, you know, GC Busan Red, they definitely have to come up with a strat, and they have to change up their strats rather and stop doing what they're doing, because they lost with this 2 times in a row in tag matches.
I mean, but what is Yunsun going to play? Is he going to play the blade damage? Just you're lacking the damage when you have Warlock for Junohan and Destroyer for Sony Detroit. You want to have one source of damage there. I mean, obviously Yunsun is not the biggest assassin in the world, so I couldn't say that that would be better than what he's putting with the Gunslinger, but I think you're right on that ending. I think it's just really looking at this team of GC Busan Red. Do they really have a complete roster in terms of 2v2? It might be a little bit iffy than you think.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, you are correct in the sense of a Gunslinger having to match a Gunslinger. If you guys have a Gunslinger on your team, like, you can't send out a Destroyer. You saw how Sung Jin Choi was getting poked down by Byung and Jun. Same thing goes for the Warlock. No, Byung and Jun, if he comes out against the Warlock, he's just gonna take out all Junohan's escapes and force him to tag out. So it makes best sense for Yunsun to mirror Byung and Jun's Gunslinger. It's just, he should not played aggressively as Byung-Hyun Jun plays it, to try to match the aggressiveness, rather just play it passive and wait for a good interfere from your teammates, whether it be defensive or offensive, and try to make a play there. And you know, Byung-Hyun Jun and Yuntaesun, like we're talking about, their skill levels are different in terms of playing the gunslinger. So you know, if Byung-Hyun Jun is able to make a play, you can't, just because you're playing the gunslinger, you can't try to do the same thing. If you're less skilled, then you have to adapt and play around the way you're more comfortable with. And now we see the roulette spinning. You have to adapt and play
see where it lands.
The way you're more
Let's go over to single, over to tag, over to single,
and
and it will land right at the tag, I think. It is going to be tagged, confirmed to us by the producers. And believe how exciting that is, just looking at the roulette and spinning around. You're going to tag match for set 4. How exciting that is. Bad news for GC without Red. It doesn't seem like they have figured it out in terms of how to deal with Byung-Hyun Jun on that gunslinger and coup d'etat. Be super happy with this outcome in terms of the roulette coming to the tag. Seemingly more confident in that aspect. So let me back at it once again. 3 tags already, and it might be just be the 3rd tag win for coup d'etat. That will give them a 3-1 lead here.
Yeah, if GC Busan Red did not find an answer for how to deal with coup d'etat, especially with Byung-Hyun Jun, you know, they're just going to constantly lose tag, because after this we do have that single in Z5, but you know, coup d'etat is definitely not worried about singles anymore, because they're pretty sure that every time a tag match comes out against GC Busan Red, I'm pretty sure in their head right now, yeah, we just do as we were doing and we're just going to take the win, take the point away from them.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, why would you? Because this guy wants GC Busan Red to win 4-2, but that's definitely not going to happen, because it seems like this tag win could be eventual from what we've been seeing. Now it seems like the favorites over the coup d'etat when it comes to the tag matches. For singles, it's a little bit harder to tell, because I feel like Junohan did very well against Youngwon Chang. Could see Seungni Choi, even Yuntaesun doing a very good job in their own singles matchup. But in terms of tags, it has been a different story, and GC Busan Red has not looked that strong for the first 2 attempts they tried it.
Yeah, let's hope that, you know, GC Busan Red, we could just constantly talk about how they need to find an answer for Byung-Hyun Jun. And you know, it's, to be honest, it's not only GC Busan Red. All the teams that lost to coup d'etat, they ended up unable to find the answer on how to deal with Byung-Hyun Jun, and they eventually lost, even though some of the teams kind of took maybe 1 set away from them, but that was all. So we'll see if GC Busan Red will kind of come on top and find the answer about how to defeat Byung-Hyun Jun.
It's incredible to see how this super rookie has made such an impact into this tournament so far. We're going to see if he can continue to do that. Get on to game 4, the randoms turning the tag. See how GC Busan Red can handle coup d'etat on their 3rd attempt at it. Son back out again. Tries luck once again against Byung-Hyun Jun, but Son back out. First 2 attempts weren't that very good. Tries luck once again against Byung-Hyun Jun. 3rd time's a charm, sometimes for other people. And so I'm sure you're going to be relying on that. He brings out the shadow gunslinger once again.
So this time around, Byung-Hyun Jun out of his escape right off the bat. We'll see if Yuntaesun will be able to capitalize on this.
Again, still playing aggressively though. Not scared. Him approaching.
Have that offensive interfere. Oh, into the aerial. This is actually looking pretty good, but the defensive interfere coming in from Suwon Lee. Perfect timing. Well played.
Iron plating, minimizing that damage that can come through. That aerial. Iron plating. Very dangerous there. And Suwon trying to go for the offensive aerial to help his teammates, but very dangerous. Not happen for Byung-Hyun Jun. He's still being relatively healthy.
In the meantime, we do get that time distortion going on for Byung-Hyun Jun's side. 2 interferes actually has been used on both sides, so it's pretty even up. But now he tags out Yuntaesun and Seungni Choi comes in. Like I mentioned before we began, Seungni Choi got poked down by Byung-Hyun Jun, and it's happening again. Like I mentioned before we began.
We already got the first tag out by Yuntaesun. It's going to be a bad news for GC Busan Red already. And when you have a gunslinger out, you're expected to stay out for that whole time, forcing out that first tag instead of using a tag point himself. But It seems like he's going to get the force tag just fine, and not going to be worried too much about some of the choice. Get forced into the action here.
Yeah, Van Jun definitely wants to do as much damage as he can before he gets tagged out. There we go, tag, and the chase happens.
2v2 reactionary. Limited damage coming in, both sides, and no change. Up against Juno Han. Just means that Sanjoy did use attack point to get out of there, so no change. Up against Juno Han.
Kudeta has all of the attack points still intact. We'll see the leash does land.
Leash landing into the aerial. Get a few damage. No change, but probably the most threatening here. Get a few damage.
Yongche taking little bits of damage and into the aerial. This is not looking good.
Okay.
Oh, Yuntasan comes in for that offensive and just adds on to the leftover damage and finishes off Yongche. Oh, Yuntasan
was really not an interfere from Suwon Lee there. They put the iron plating up. Now the wallbang happening for Sung Choi. Keep going here. Not even gonna ask for a teammate to help out. Now the wallbang happening.
Yeah, Sung Choi is just giving back what he got before from Suwon Lee.
Young and Jun gonna interfere, but the iron plating is gonna limit the damage coming in. And good job on Sung Choi. Not damage early, and that damage the same. Does not come to him. Good job on Sung Choi. Not back out. Gunslinger once again. To him.
Yeah, we'll see if Yuntasan will be able to poke down Suwon Lee, and as I say that, he doesn't want to get poked down, and he swaps out to Byung and Jun and right off the bat.
Yuntasan is gonna go with the flame gunslinger.
Oh yes, he is at the flame. He's with the flame.
Young and Jun, flame to flame, mirror match here. Very, very different in terms of how you can utilize your damage, make them maximize out. Very, very different, Jun. How you can utilize your damage, make really the character in terms of bringing that out. Someone's gonna have a hard time. This is what happens.
Oh, the unload!
Nothing you can do it. This is what happens. Choi is just trying to come in to help with the defense, but Son still takes most of that damage himself.
This was definitely an early 2v3. If GT Busan Red ends up somehow losing this match, this is just going to just stamp it and say Kudeta is just a better team overall.
It's hard against them. They've been beating a lot of good teams, and here once again, see what they can do. Here once again, caught up and stunned.
Alright, leech into the area, Suwon Lee! He might leech into the area, Suwon Lee! But Byung and Jun's offensive interfere actually making it an offensive interfere, doing a lot of damage.
Very nice there. Byung and Jun going to interfere. That was going to be the last one that he used, but 5 minutes and 30 seconds trying to get the ultimate in. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but this is going to be Juno Han taking the other way airline. But Suwon, they get destroyed? Sung Choi.
Sung Choi comes in. Jun, he has 1v3. At least 2 of the players on GC Busan Red are pretty low on health. As long as he gets rid of Sung Choi, who does not have a tag point, he might have a chance to show us a 1v3 right here today.
Nobody really has his tag right now, but Juno Han does have that to interfere. Used for the utility purposes or add on to the CC. That will be provided by Sung Choi. Provide the damage. Yeah, just saying. Young and Jun still going to be fighting against 3 members with no tag. 2 of them with relatively low HP, and he has the possibility to be quite crazy if he gets it done. Do it. Be quite crazy if he gets it done.
Oh, he almost put the smash cancels. He does still have that escape. We'll see when Byung and Jun. Oh, he actually counters that during the grab and doesn't need to use that escape.
It's going to go for the pull in here.
Chase doesn't happen.
Yeah, and it's going to go for the pull in here. Backstep out there. Damage early, all by himself. And Sung Choi taking a lot of damage early, all by himself, and Byung and Jun literally showing what he can do alone with the gunslinger.
Vigilance used. Byung and Jun, it's time for him to kind of go aggressive. There we go. Escape used, not going on cooldown because of that vigilance proc for 8 seconds. Will Juno Han come in? Byung and Jun might actually get this.
Will Juno
Han come in?
Probably the end unless it can get
Resistance
escape.
used?
Okay, but the stun coming through it. That will probably the end unless it can get escape.
There we go.
Right here. He gets it right.
Finish him off.
There. Another stun that comes in will mean the end for Kudeta as
He has to finish him off. He does finish him off.
Okay, 1 down.
1 down, 2 to go.
Oh, but Yuntasan
and Juno Han comes in with that interfere. Being a 1v3. And just finishes off Byung-Yeon, and he put up quite a fight right there for being a 1v3.
Byung-Yeon had to rely on himself rather than the two teammates there. He died out right before he did, and Sunjoy, although he was defeated by Byung-Yeon in the end, needed to get that win. So Byung-Yeon feeling a lot more disappointment in terms of, I think he did all right, but he said his teammates couldn't supplement the pieces needed to get that win. So when they looked really strong on tag and now lost the set 4, going on to lots more singles now. How does Kudeta feel thinking that there's going to be still a lot of games to play for?
Yeah, they have. Kudeta definitely has to do what GC Busan Red did here. They lost 2 tag matches and they just won 1 single. And in set 4 in the random roulette, they ended up winning in tag. Telling Kudeta, you know, you're not gonna get all the tag matches. So now Kudeta has to tell GC Busan Red in set 5 in singles that, you know, you guys aren't getting all the singles either, and the victory of the series. Kudeta has to come on top in set 5. If not, this momentum that GC Busan is slowly picking up is going to end up giving GC Busan Red the victory of the series.
We know the heavy favorites were GC Busan Red, but Kudeta with Byung-Yeon performing so well and a little bit better than we expected it. Got to this even point line, 2v2. Now we're going to see this progress on here, see if the rest of the games will bring us good and really bring once again
at least the set
close matchup back and forth here.
Yep, so we are equal match like Joe said, 2-2, so we'll see at least 2 more matches. So we'll go at least the set 6, unless, you know, they decide to go 1-for-1 again, and we'll go to set 7, which will be singles. But, you know, like I said, imagine for Kudeta, they have to win set 5 to tell GC Busan Red that they aren't going to get all the singles, because they took away Kudeta's strong suit, the tag match, and you know, now Kudeta losing out set 4 being tagged, they have to take back set 5 in order to stay in the game and keep that momentum, or cut off the momentum rather, from GC Busan Red.
It's the first time we're having this set 7 situation. Will be singles, tag, and singles if needed. Finish our series off, and who's going to come out for single? That's going to be like, that's the one he wants to go with.
Yeah,
really interesting thing is Byung-Yeon on a good form today. Will he make an appearance? He will come out, and that's going to be on the KFM. Yuntaeson back on the assassin, seeming like that's the one he wants to go with.
Yeah, and if you remember, we talk about how Yuntaeson, he always plays the assassin and he kind of screws it up. And during the interviews on the next matches, he's like, okay, I'm not going to play the assassin. I think we've heard him say that at least 3 times last season, or last year rather, and he's back with the assassin.
See if they get screwed up once again, but I think he's going to be ready to do a lot better this time. But Yuntaeson, how ready is he on the assassin? As we're going to see Byung-Yeon not on the gunslinger, but trying to go to the KFM, because it's right now an important game where both teams are tied up, and each team can get a lead right here that would help them tremendously as they move on to game number 6. 1 more tag remaining, and 2 more singles, including this one, the one they have to face out. We're gonna see what happens in this game here.
We'll have to see if Yuntaeson, like I said, if he won't screw up, and you know, he might have to kind of put down Byung-Yeon in his KFM, because Byung-Yeon's KFM has been on a winning streak.
We're gonna see what happens in this game here. The singles between Yuntaeson and Byung-Yeon right on the way. More viable option. It is Gunslinger.
We could call his
main
KFM, but you know,
former main being the KFM.
Played the KFM in tournament, except for
it's just a more viable option. It is
Gunslinger. We could call his main KFM, but you know, he hasn't played the KFM in.
I didn't even say anything. I know, but okay. That's how fast this game ended. I was gonna continue on from your point, but
I said, you know, he only has that experience. Ooh, but Yuntaeson going crazy on that combo. Byung-Yeon saving his escape. But as I was saying, only Gunslinger for Byung-Yeon is known, and
I didn't even say anything.
I know,
but okay. The attack leading onto it, and see that's how fast this game ended. I was gonna continue on from your point, but I said 0 words in terms of you finishing off your point, and very good. And Yuntaeson doesn't need much speaking there. And oh man, Byung-Yeon looks shocked there, and another singles loss. And mid-tag, leading onto it and see what he can do there.
That was so quick. I wanted to finish my point, and in the middle, I cut myself off to, talk about how Yuntaesan was going all out, and I went back to my point, and as I was going back to my point,
he didn't even use his escape.
Yeah.
He didn't even use his escape. Very good job. He was really going for kind of a redemption story there, because I think losing at that tag and lost out their momentum, and that momentum will be now continuing on to GC7 now looking a lot stronger, and they could finish their game off in this tag match if they can get this job done once again.
That game just kind of it's so fast, and it's so
now ready the assassin.
Unfortunate that we didn't get to talk about what happened to finish so fast. I'm kind of sweating because I feel bad for Byung-Jun. I was saying that his KFM needs to be stopped, and it literally just got stopped before it even started.
What that means, Yuntaesan now ready the assassin. He can bring it out anytime he wants on that 1v1 from here on, and I think without blaming him for it. And very good against Byung-Jun, who's been mixed results in terms of playing the KFM on the singles. Now more losses than he got wins, so see what that means for whether he's going to bring.
Kureta cannot come out on top in singles.
And the gunslinger, the next match is to come, but there might not be a next match when you're talking about him trying to do so well to get to the next rounds of things, trying to see if he played well in the loser's bracket, but he just wants to get to the winner's bracket right now, and that will require
could be potentially the last match.
him and his teammates to win out this Game 6 in this tag match. Seems like
yep, and if Kureta cannot come out on top,
doing a lot better in that Game 4. See if they can do it again. It's going to be the question here, because you said ending.
In set 5, their momentum is definitely broken off, and it's shifted towards GC Busan Red, winning 2 games in a row, singles and tag. So they definitely have this, the confidence and the adrenaline rush going through them right now. Set 6 could be potentially the last match if GC Busan Red comes on top once again.
Seemed like GC Busan Red was struggling on the tag department, but doing a lot better in that Game 4. See if they can do it again. It's going to be the question here, because you said ending. One more game, and that could be the end for Coup d'etat in this form here. They would drop down to the loser's bracket. Let's see what happens there. GC7 can they get themselves into the winner's bracket by winning at this tag match? We're going to find out. It's game number 6. The fans are ready for this one, and Yuntaesan and Byung-Jun starting us off once again. Gunslingers on both sides.
Yuntaesan comes out with the shadow once again. He has been swapping back and forth, but mostly on shadow. Just by the way,
Byung-Jun still on the fire, if I can confirm for myself.
What happened before? Hey, he's taking a lot of damage this time around.
Get caught by the Warlock there, and the shackles, and does have Suwon need to come in for that interfere to provide the iron plating.
Yuntaesan, it feels like Yuntaesan has been on the backside, but now he's slowly figuring out Byung-Jun and the way he plays, and you can tell just by the way the health bar looks right now, and the way what happened in set 4 with GC Busan Red coming out on top as tag.
Yuntaesan taking some damage there from Byung-Jun. With that assist pretty well, his teammate. Of course, the poke damage force out the distance, that's going to be fine, but overall, tag already. Now out on the field.
Now it just seems as if Yuntaesan, he's not scared to tag out, he's just kind of not going to be greedy, because he knows the way Byung-Jun plays, and they know Byung-Jun's going to wait out for that force tag. They're going to try to make a play before.
Very nice there. Byung-Jun counter that. Trying to create a better matchup for their teammates here in Sang Choi. It's done pretty well against Byung-Jun. Of course, took the poke damage from the distance. That's going to be fine, but overall, survived and bought enough time for his teammates to put in the effort there. And Byung-Jun once again caught by 1 CC. Need the go time for his teammates to put out the damage.
Force tag will happen. Zhuang Li will be coming in.
Damage himself as well.
Escape used right away.
Very nice there. Byung-Jun on that tag. And you talk about the interfere coming from that offensively. Byung-Jun, as soon as he put him up in the air with the destroyer, and Sonny Choi having a hard time, and he's going to go down off the interference. A lot of damage coming from Sonny Choi, and he has to forcibly tag out towards Junohan.
You can definitely feel how Sonny Choi was reacting there. He was pressing the pad, tacky right away. Oh, Junohan!
Again, having a hard time, but Young Che taking damage himself as well.
They both traded their escapes. Junohan will come back earlier, but they both use time distortion.
See how the damage trade will happen. Che trying to strike back here. The familiar is still alive for him. See, Sonny Choi having a hard time, and he's going to go down off the interfere. So he was just trying to help out his teammate, but Junohan is going down as well. Yuntason, the last man standing. This time he has to do a 1v3 with that gunslinger, but you know how hard this can be, but trying to do all he can, just trying to auto the damage. That right click in the area, but other than that, Yuntason, a lot of assignments, lots of tasks in the head from in front of him, and Suan Lee's gonna be one of those tasks right here, but Yuta.
See if Yuntason can pull off a 1v3, and you know, last time around when we were talking about how Byung-Jun, if you can pull off a 1v3, the opponents were pretty low on health, but this time around, coup d'etat, they're all pretty healthy, so if by any chance Yuntason does get a 1v3, it's going down to the trickle stuff. Unfortunately, Yuntason seems as if he cannot do that 1v3.
He was getting pinned to the wall there, Byung-Jun just putting him out and be able to finish him off, and another tag win now. Coup d'etat, and wow, this is going to be going to the edges here as we're going to go into the game number 7. One last single to see which of these two teams will make it to the winner's bracket. I honestly didn't think that this was going to be a lot closer than what it is now. We thought that GC Red would be the heavy favorites, but Byung-Jun had some moments where he struggled against some key players in the team of GC Red, but overall, his tag contribution was really great. And now we're going to see them lead up to game number 7 decided for all.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, the teamwork tied up, and I mentioned before that both of these two teams had the same record coming up through their group stages. So you know, I kind of expected that this might have gone to set 7, and it actually is going to set 7. And if you notice what happened there just now, oh, that was amazing. The stun and the tag out, and Byung-Jun tags out and then interferes right back in because he trusts and he knows that Suan Lee, the destroyer that tags into the field, is going to aerial and comes in, and you know, the teamwork, the communication, it was just amazing right there for Team Coup d'etat.
Really good stuff there, and Coup d'etat talking about them being basically a rookie team with 3 new teammates, and just kind of figuring things out very well, and it's kind of more impressive to me that they're better at tag than they are at singles. This goes to show us that they've been at practice really hard there and trying to figure out their chemistry, figure out the synergy, make sure they win most of the tags out, and they have done that all season. And what they can do, game 7 underway. It seems like Junohan has his hands on the keyboard. He's going to be his opponent though.
We'll see, Junohan definitely did perform well, and you know, just so you guys
Gunslinger.
He's actually coming out with Gunslinger this time around instead of KFM.
No more trolling around, no more KFMs or that solo. Byung-Jun is ready to take this game hand in hand. If he can beat the Warlock of Junohan in a 1v1, you have definitely proved yourself as Byung-Jun, and really see if he can do that, because this will be the last game to decide it all. Coup d'etat, GC Red, it is up to just one game, one last singles with this Warlock and the Gunslinger. See who's going to take the lead and who's going to take the win over the series to get to the winner's bracket. Let's get into the match. How difficult it is to beat Junohan in a 1v1. Original champion of 1v1 battle.
Bursting down that wall right there, yeah. Ooh, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be good.
This is a time of test for Byung-Jun. If he can defeat Junohan in a Warlock, as I say that, will prove so much for this guy, but you know how difficult it is to defeat Junohan in a 1v1. This guy has been a legend, literally the original champion of 1v1 battles for Junohan.
Oh, he's just poking down, bursting down that wall right there, yeah.
There you go. Within a minute here, and that's going to wait for these skates to come back. Just go for the damage. Yep. Gone now. Junohan's going to be vulnerable to take all the damage in the world, and How is he going to protect himself from Byung Jun here?
Go down, so Byung Jun still has 15 seconds left on his. Without being able to do anything, I'm like speechless right now. Ball is out into the area. There we go. Right to first.
Again to the area. That's
half health.
70% health, just like that.
More than 50% of.
Oh, and more damage, and Byung Jun gets the victory. There you go. That's the way to do it. You don't need to wait for your skates to come back. Just go for the damage.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go. And you know, I'm surprised me to see Juno Han go down. So, you know, without being able to do anything, I'm like speechless right now. And it was great for Byung Jun to burst down the thrall. And if you remember, that thrall.
Like they were the favorites in this tournament with such a strong.
Had more than 50% of his timer left, but Byung Jun just ignoring Juno Han, putting on the paper and just burst down the thrall and slowly just gets rid of that escape, and you know, not having the thrall out, unable to do the body swap.
He made his kind of his debut in the Clan Wars a couple of months ago.
Byung Jun goes all out burst damage and just finishes off Juno Han.
And with that, GC Red find themselves in the losers bracket of the semifinals and to face out whoever the next loser is going to be. But wow, GC Red seems like they were the favorites in this tournament with such a strong roster. But we keep learning again and again that the roster on paper, the power level on the paper, doesn't really mean everything here ending in. Byung Jun, this one guy has been a huge surprise ever since he made his kind of his debut in the Clan Wars a couple of months ago, and he's back in the Pro Tours and he's just ready to kind of take this on and really see what he can do. And what a great player he is.
Yeah, I know, and you know, going all to set 7 and coming out on top in singles after losing all of their single matches except for this set 7. You know, I'm pretty sure Coup d'etat is very, very happy they came out on top in tags, and in the end they come out on top in singles.
And with Coup d'etat now going to the winner's bracket, we're going to get a short break. We're back for the next series to find out who the next winner is going to be. Here we are, back again for another series of Blade and Soul, getting ready for you guys, and you're going to see the other side of the table now, as we saw GC Red tournament favorites losing out to Coup d'etat, the rookie team, and now we're going to see, you know, Coup d'etat just waiting for one of these two teams to come up as the next winner, just to face them all in the winner's bracket.
Yep, and on screen we do have Anarchy. The previous G Touring, none of the members have changed. They are just the team name have changed. It feels like, you know, they want to kind of get a new start and get rid of their old team name. And they've actually been doing pretty well for them being up here as the winners from their groups. And, you know, they're going to be facing off against IDEPS. And once again, Anarchy and IDEPS, they both have the same score. They're both 6-2. So, you know, the previous matchup with Coup d'etat and GC Busan Red, they were both 6-1, and now we have the 6-2 teams going up against each other.
Interesting to see how they do. I haven't seen many games from these guys because they just kind of swept through the competition, beating out Coup d'etat very, very early in a very close matchup, the first round, and beating off Yang Yang relatively easy there, and little to make up, you know, what they really represent in terms of their true skill level. We're going to get a good side of that once we see them go up against IDEPS here.
Yeah, and you know, I'm glad that you mentioned that because IDEPS is definitely, you see the roster here. This is also another team that could be the potential the best team in Korea since GT Busan Red lost and GT Busan Blue is already knocked out of the tournament. GT Busan Red, for those of you who are their fans, they are not knocked out. They're just in the losers bracket once again. They do have another chance to go up at least into the finals. So, you know, just for GT Busan Red fans, just wait it out a little bit and let's enjoy this matchup.
And you're looking at IDEF's very strong roster here. Daeyoung Choi on the Assassin, Hyunggi Kim had to give up the Assassin role for the Destroyer role for this tag match, and Shinga Kim is going to be on the usual Warlock here. So very, very classic competition. We've seen this competition work out many, many times before, and they can make it work once again because IDEF, I mean, they haven't looked good on the first round, losing out to exactly the other team, but they're doing this very, very good now. Looking very good for the past couple of days, and seems like they could be on the favorites chart in terms of their matchup against Anarchy.
Yep, and as we see here, we see Shinga Kim on the Soul Fighter.
Okay.
And, no, I don't know if it's good news or bad news for you guys, but
what?
Right.
Daeyoung Choi on the Warlock and the Blade Dancer for Hyunggi Kim. What is this all about? This is not an image bug, right?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they're not going to make such a major mistake here. However, you know, that just made me speechless once again. I was actually going to talk about how both of the teams do not have a gunslinger coming out in tag. But now Shinga Kim on the Soul Fighter is understandable, but Daeyoung Choi
on the Warlock.
On the Warlock. And Hyungyu, wasn't he on the Blade Dancer?
He was on the Blade Dancer.
So all three of these players are not on their main for their tag.
Wow.
Shinga Kim, yeah, he definitely has super experience on the Soul Fighter because he's already kind of won the Worlds a couple years ago with the Soul Fighter. But Daeyoung Choi
on the Warlock.
Hyungyu Kim, you know, him being on the Destroyer was already a shock for us because his main was Assassin, but unfortunately Daeyoung Choi is there, who is a better Assassin, so he went on the Destroyer. But now he went one step further to come out with the Blade Dancer.
Absolutely just interesting and really see what this means for IDEFs and if they can make this competition work out. I don't think we've even seen this kind of competition before. We talked about Blade Dancer, Warlock, and a Soul Fighter.
We've seen a Warlock and a Blade Dancer in one team a couple of times, but not with the Soul Fighter.
Yeah.
So this is definitely something new. Even like we couldn't even. It was very unexpected for us. Like, and we usually talk to some of the players in the back while we have some time off or during the breaks, and you know we get some tips on some of the surprises that we can expect and kind of lead you guys on. But this is just a big, humongous surprise for us as well.
I don't know what to make out of it. I gotta see it myself, and I don't know if Daeyoung Choi is gonna come out first on the Warlock, because that seems like a very good starter class when compared to the other two. Really interesting stuff ending, and we're gonna see what this game one brings to us. They'll tell us a better aspect of what we can expect out of the entire series here. But this best of 7 begins with game one on the tag match between Anarchy and IDEF on the game one. See what happens on this first game. Okay, Shinga Kim's gonna be out first on the Soul Fighter. Kenwin Park on the KFM. I mean, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the other two now. Daeyoung Choi and Hyunggi Kim, Warlock and Blade Dancer.
I want to see them perform, and I want to, it's bad to say, but I want to see them kind of screw up because they're on a different class that they're not used to. We'll see if Shinga Kim, is able to kind of carry on the leading role.
Do they need to come out, because it seems like Kenwin Park's already getting deep point hard here. And now 2v2 reaction. Look at Daeyoung Choi using that time distortion on the Warlock. Good job, man. You know how to use that.
Yes, that was perfect. And I'm pretty sure Shinga Kim is like, all right, Daeyoung, just use the time distortion, and when you get tagged in, just tag back out. I bet you that Shinga Kim told you.
Daeyoung Choi, the time distortion bot right there, and my goodness, that's what we saw out of the first time we saw from Daeyoung Choi on the Warlock.
Yep.
Very impressive stuff. Interfere to use time and distortion. Good job.
Yep, that was Daeyoung Choi's first appearance as the Warlock in the tournament, and now we have to wait for Hyungyu Kim's Blade Dance to probably come out for a lightning draw or something.
Oh man, we're just trolling here, but this is it's just absolutely hilarious as to see brand new class for these two players, but talking about the defensive interfere coming in. The Blade Dancer trying to put the lightning draw in, but doesn't lead to too much damage there. And
we see Hyung Kim come out and basically do nothing and just scratch the paper that Woo Bin Cha was holding up and goes back in.
So Woo Cha, I should say, is back out on the field. He have to use that tag to get in. Damn, Joy is gonna take a damage. Is he gonna die up before he does anything? Damn. You gotta do something before you go out.
Hey, tag. Damn, you've been on the field enough, long enough. That was long enough.
The tag button is the same for every class, Daeyoung. You can do it. But he's just gonna go back and try to wipe out the Familiar before he does anything. But Dan Choi, man, I think he should have played the assassin. Just my opinion on things.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that. And there we go. The counterplay lands.
Oh my goodness.
Defensive interference comes in. The two new class players here on the field for a moment there.
Choi on the Warlock mirror match. Once again, a time distortion. Good job, Daeyoung. It was once again.
This time around, Shin Kim comes in for that interfere.
Okay, see what he does though. How long is he gonna stay out here? Because he does have this game if he wants to use it. The Sanctum being put down. Woo Bin Cha. Dan Choi goes down. Daeyoung, literally, he did nothing before he went down. He just used 2 time distortion for the entire game. All he did. Oh, look at though. Hyung Kim using a lightning draw on the Familiar. Very nicely done there.
Oh!
Okay,
the Windstorm combo with Shin Kim coming in. There we go.
Putting up in the air. Another lightning drop on the other side from Hyung Kim.
Alright, Woo Bin Cha took a lot of damage, and Hyung Kim is definitely doing better than Daeyoung Choi. And we're talking about these two because they came out with their non-main class, or not even their secondary main. So, Shin Kim comes back out.
Basically, the 2 assassin mains decide to play everything but the assassin on this occasion. Shin Kim gonna get him up in the air. Damage onto Gimli Park. Use a tag out to get him out of there. Very nice chase. As soon as he comes in, Hyung Kim having a hard time already. The upset started. I have to use the escape right away as soon as he comes in. So tab is now gone for Hyung Kim.
You know, Shin Kim is always, I always trust and that he's gonna bring us excitement whatever class he plays. Even though when it was a Warlock mirror, he always goes on the initiative, makes something happen. And this time around with the Soul Fighter, he's making it happen.
Kim up in the air. Damage. Hyung Kim trying to come in. Lightning draw happens, and that's a lot more damage, more than he wanted to take there. And finally uses escape, but Shin Kim on the counter damage here, but found the defensive interfere. Giving Park on that cannon.
Let's see if Shin Kim will be able to kind of endure this, and they have to get at least 1 kill before, if they want to have a chance of, you know, winning this for IDAPS here.
Hyung Kim looking for the interfere, does nothing. Just get down. Once again on the stun. Hyung Kim very, very dangerous in this situation.
Well, lightning draw is coming, but cheat. Yep, there we go.
Okay, he can still be standing on that lightning draw, taking a lot more damage. Woo Bin Cha's gonna be back out on the field with the Warlock in. Let's go up against the Shin Kim once again.
Time escape is huge. And tags out. Hyung Kim is out. Hyung Kim is, it makes sense that he's out. He has that 1 tag point left, so if he's in danger, he could always tag back out to Shin Kim. But we'll see if he could make anything out of this before he tags out.
He's on full health, so he's gonna be fine for the time being, but if the game keeps on going like this, then I feel like Anarchy has put up more damage in the end. Probably win them in the TKO, but let's see if the two players, Hyung Kim and Shin Kim, can get some crucial KOs that will change the time of this game.
Whoa, Hyung Kim making his move.
See the defense comes in. Yeah, the interfere comes in on both sides. And the 2v2 reactionary.
Not too much happened for either side. Hyung Kim making his move.
But we really need something to happen here. And,
oh, he lands the ult!
How did he land that ult? He was just like standalone ult there. He wasn't even the combo. Uh-oh.
Woo Bin.
I mean, literally, he was just standing still.
He didn't even see him.
And he didn't do anything. He was just standing there and he clicked the ult button. That's all he did.
Oh!
Even ultimate connecting with Shin Kim again. And my goodness, this is turning the tide of the game. And Gimli Park, are they really going to lose to this composition? Dan Choi didn't even play. He didn't even play.
Oh, but this time around, Gimli Park answers with his ult.
Oh my god, this is a game of ultimates right now. Everyone connecting their ultimates, as we see from time and time again. Hyung Kim Let's make something work out here. Once again, very nicely done. Lots of damage coming in. Okay, very formidable on the blade damage, but he's now
Yep. No escape. No unlimited CCs from the KFM coming in. And Kyungin Park, it's not going to stop.
And we're going to see this happen once again. Kevin Park very, very close to the KO now. Kim trying to fight back here. Trying to get the fan and grip on. Does get the escape from Kevin Park.
Kyungin Kim definitely has to make something out of it within the next 10
go.
seconds.
There
He has to finish it off.
This might be good enough to get that one more area. That's going to be the last bit of damage and a double area to secure everything. Kyungin Kim, the security. Talking about him on the blade dancer has been very, very good. And oh man, this is a game ultimate. Damn Choi's not happy because he didn't get to play.
So he's just like, okay. And you saw how happy Kyungin Kim was. They're on the same team, guys.
Yeah.
So all of them should be happy because they won with this class change and this weird composition, but
they won! That's
like,
not supposed to happen! Daeyoung Choi didn't, that was basically a 3v2 the entire game.
And hence Daeyoung Choi's expression there. Even though they won, Daeyoung Choi was just like, okay, we won, good, great, I didn't even play. But for Anarchy's side, G-Touring, the previous G-Touring, all of the same members has been together for the past 4 years. They haven't had a single player swap. So I don't know, because you know, as a team of 3 that stayed together for the past 4 years and you know participated in the Blade and Soul tournament every year, losing to this composition,
oh my,
like it just speaks for itself.
Anarchy, I mean, once they were known as G2, that was just literally a standalone ult. There was no combo based on it. It was a standing still, use a blade dance ultimate, and you just literally wipe someone 100-0.
Yeah, it was just...
Oh, Kyungin Kim, he's such a troll on that one. It's like making your opponents look bad.
And the ult right there.
Oh, that's a combo.
Yeah,
we can agree with that. Kyungin Kim made that ultimate work out, and even that KFM ult, very beautiful there. Now, those are good ultimate. Kyungin Kim, he's been trolling all game. He just clicks the ultimate button and expects someone to die out, and they do.
Yeah, I know. You know,
literally PvE there.
It's so unexpected that maybe Wubin Cha didn't think, is he really ulting? While he was thinking that, he died.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Are you really gonna ult? Was probably the question I was asking. I was like, yes, I am, and I killed you. That's what happened. Blade Dancer can be very strong if something like that happens. We know it can have a lot of damage, but the damage doesn't come out usually because the situations are relatively easier to avoid. But let's get done with game 1. It's all over with. Game 2 underway. And, come on, Shingeki, what are you doing? Assassin?
Shingyam.
Shingyam!
SKK. What are you doing?
He's not even playing seriously now. He just like wants to troll the other team and tries to get their wins in the most embarrassing of fashions. Shingeki Kim on the assassin, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Shingeki Kim is on the assassin. He's having a good time.
Yeah, he definitely is. And you know, let's see what happens.
Let's save our words ending. Let's save our and leave it to the action for what Shingeki Kim can do on the assassin as we get on to game 2 for the singles against Wubin Cha on the Blade Master. We're gonna find out what happens in its game number 2. I hate to say this, but Shingeki Kim is on assassin.
Yep, he is. No, maybe the picture was wrong. Maybe it was Daeyoung Choi.
Oh, he's definitely on the assassin.
But we'll have to see how he does. There we go with the bombard assassin in the aerial. Probably get webbed. Oh, he's not even gonna wait for it. He's just gonna go all in.
Oh my god!
And the escape does not get the knockback onto Shingeki Kim.
Shingyam? Are you serious? Okay, he does very well to get all the escapes out for the Blade Master.
I think this match, both, well, especially IDEF, they're for the audience. This is for the audience. You know, we've been seeing the similar compositions.
Oh, bombard in midair! Are you serious? Shingeki Kim, why don't you just go main assassin from here on?
He's not even giving
Oh my goodness! Wubin Cha's gonna be destroyed! Manhandling Shingeki Kim! Holy cow! What?
Look at Kyungin Kim kind of, you know, tapping his head in the back saying good job.
Items has 3 assassins on the team. They basically have Daeyoung Choi, the current best assassin in the world. They have Hyungin Kim, a very nice assassin. And Shingen Kim, supposedly better than the other two. What is happening here, Andy? What the heck?
Jeez, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore, you know.
We don't know anymore.
You know,
we give up.
The way I want to think of this is, IDEPS kind of felt that all the audiences kind of felt bored by the similar compositions and the similar classes that's coming out. So they wanted to switch it up for us to enjoy. But, you know, it's kind of got me scared in the beginning thinking, yo, IDEPS, if they come out like this, if they play this class, if they come out with this composition, they might lose. And this is an important match to win today to go up into the winner's bracket. And, you know, that worry is just all gone now.
Shin Kim having a time of his life right now. You see the smiles coming through, and I mean, who's the one to feel bad about that? I think this is going to be Hyungin Kim and Daeyoung Choi. They might lose their assassin spot from here on for IDEPS. Shin Kim, wow, what a performance on that assassin. I mean, he doesn't show it to us, but he literally can play every single class available in Blade & Soul.
Yeah, and you know, why do I have a bad feeling that this next tag match we're gonna get a new composition?
Oh, come on, don't say that, Andy.
I have a bad or a good. It could be a good feeling. Okay, so so Shingen Kim is now on the Destroyer.
Why is Daeyoung Choi still on the Warlock? He's so bad. Come on.
And we have Hyungin Kim on the Gunslinger.
Oh my
we've seen
him on Gunslinger, yes.
In solos.
Yes.
In solos, he came out and he actually got the win. So okay on Hyungin Kim's Gunslinger, and he did okay with the Blade Dancer as well, picking up that alt kill and the last kill. But Daeyoung Choi, like you said, that's definitely very, very questionable. And anybody who wants to agree, you know, yes, we agree with you when you question Daeyoung Choi's Warlock coming out twice in a row. Let's hope that he does something more than two-time distortions.
Sure. I mean, he's got to do something more than two-time distortion before he dies out. There's a little more to a Warlock just-in-time distortion. Daeyoung Choi, I'm sure he knows that.
Yeah, there's a leash, there's a tether blade.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of other things. We have the whole buzz coming. But we've only seen Daeyoung Choi's time distortion. Maybe he was saving it for this round.
Hey, you know what? I'm just ready for that. Shingen Kim on the Destroyer, just not forget that as well. He's done very well on the Destroyer. I saw that in tag match in a couple of days ago. But now he's done fine with that. But Daeyoung Choi on the Warlock is the biggest question now. Is he actually good? We're gonna find out.
He's good at using the time distortion for sure.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Gonna get onto the game. We're not gonna waste any time. Just get onto the tag match to see if another composition, brand new from IDEPS, is gonna work again against Anarchy. We're gonna find out in this next tag match. We have it here, ladies and gentlemen. Daeyoung Choi starting as a Warlock. Man, he's not even gonna allow Hyungin Kim to start. He just needs to make a point right here.
Yeah. He definitely wants to use at least 3-time distortion this time. So he wants to come out, use his escape. There we go. He used body stop already. Tab escape incoming very soon, and then time distortion into a tag out.
Yeah. You know the strats. You know the strats ending. That's the strats to losing right there.
There we go.
Choi.
CC.
Oh, you forgot the backflip.
Oh, okay.
Back roll. You forgot that part. And Choi. Probably a tab incoming soon.
He's just constantly getting pushed back by
as he puts 3 HP damage onto his opponent so far. Daeyoung Choi still has done nothing. Onto a stun.
There we go. Tab escape.
This is the strat right here.
He was supposed to use his time distortion now, but the thrall actually went in because the time ran out. So he might just. Okay, there we go. The thrall.
Okay, so now he's gonna use the time distortion probably. Yeah. Then he's probably gonna tag out.
He should use it and get the escape back and fight once again, and then tag out. But we'll see.
Hey, Andy, he survived for 1 minute. Daeyoung Choi survived for 1 minute. He has accomplished something.
Yeah, he's definitely going for that force tag now. And Kyungmin Park, he knows that Daeyoung Choi is out of all of his escapes. He should have made his move earlier.
Oh, tag out.
All right.
I can't believe you're exactly right. You literally predicted every single thing that Daeyoung Choi was going to do bad. Oh my word. Hyungin Kim is out on the Gunslinger. Trying to see what he can do against the KFM of Kyungmin Park. He's just going to wait for the 10 seconds to see what he can do before he forces tags down and gets a safe tag point for himself.
And Hyungin Kim is on the flame. We'll see if he is going to actually get close to him to get that chase, but no chase incoming.
Okay, so the free tag now coming over. Wubin Chan's gonna be back out on the field. Warlock versus Gunslinger here. Young Kim. He's done well on the blade dancer go. Yeah.
With that interfere, doing a lot of damage to Thrall. You see the health bar lower than the timer, and that's not good.
Okay, Thrall is now out, and Wubin Chan vulnerable for the time being, but the damage coming in. Damn choice. Dead.
Oh
no!
Come on!
Damn choice, he's dead. He's already dead. Don't kill him twice.
Well, he did use one tag, one interfere this time.
Did he even use a time distortion?
No, he didn't.
Oh my goodness, he didn't even fulfill his primary objective to do a time distortion.
Yeah.
That's his only job.
That was his only job, and he actually used one interfere to come out just that.
Damn, please do not play the Warlock from here on, please. That's what we beg of you. I mean, we're trying to get serious about this game, but damn Choi is trolling out of his mind. And if they win this again, this will be another surprise.
Yeah,
I think IDEPS is just trying to prove they can win 2v3. That's what they're trying to do.
They might actually just be sending Anarchy a message saying whether it be Anarchy or G-Touring, the three of you definitely have to split up and find new members, because the three of them have been staying together for 4 years and it hasn't been working out.
Again, taking a lot of damage out from Wubin Chan's aerial there. Once again, a second strike.
This actually might
will be Shingen Kim going down from Wubin Chan. Solo effort, very well done, Young Kim. Now has to do 1v3, the biggest challenge now. They overcome here.
All right.
I'm just hoping that, you know, if something happens and IDEPS do not win this one, they kind of realize they have to go back to the serious mode and play with what they're comfortable with. Because I think, man, they've been fooling around it. First time it worked out, but third game, I don't know if it's going to go just as well.
But they are still, you know, 2 points ahead. And the next set, the set 4, will be random. So I don't know. They might just go on with this random picks for one more set, even if they lose this set.
Okay. Wubin Chan taking a little bit of damage, but very, very healthy. Kim might be finished off here if he's not careful, but the damage coming through the Warlock, and very nicely done by Young Kim. Wubin Chan does have to take right back, but he's going to tag out. That's going to be an option as well. KFM trying to interfere in. Kyungmin Park trying to answer the damage.
Ooh. Alright, the Rising Dragon actually connected, but Wubin Chan taking a lot of damage.
Okay, Wubin Chan just trying to go in, but almost does connect, and just leads to a death right there. But Kyungmin Park tags back in time, and couldn't quite finish him off. Yeah.
Younger Kim actually had a chance just now when Kyungmin Park back rolled, but it didn't happen.
Ultimate connected, and yeah, it's gonna be Wubin Chan. Gonna be connecting the ultimate, and that will finish them off. And once again, Anarchy gets the expected victory in Game 3 this time around. And please, IDEPS, let's not play Dan Choi on the Warlock from here on. I think they've learned the lesson 2 times in a row where he just died doing nothing.
Yeah, let's hope that this was just the beginning, just to start off, you know, easily, like the icebreakers for especially IDEPS, playing this and that. Shingen Kim coming out with the Destroyer, Soul Fighter, and the Assassin. No, he's proving to us, yeah, I can play all the classes that I have listed. Don't doubt me. But this time around in set 3, they actually lost. And in set 4, depending on, you know, what it comes to be, either singles or tags, let's hope that, like you said, they go back to their serious mode.
Original competition has been very good for these guys. IDEPS has done very well for the past couple of days and looked very good, but wasn't this composition that they were playing today, and does not reflect their own skills in the most truthful of the manner, and I'd like to see them do better. Of course, a competition like this, and Dan Choi on the Warlock means for doom, and can overcome it on the second time in a row. They will be down 2-1.
Yep, and you know, even though it just seems as if IDEPS overall is the better team, but Anarchy, like I constantly mention, you know, a team that has been together. This is the only team that's been together throughout 4 years of Blade & Soul tournament, and you know, they have, yes, they have had seasons where they went to maybe the quarterfinals and even the semifinals, but you know, they haven't had any wins or even second places. So let's hope that they perform well, just for the sake of them staying together for so long, and you know, knowing each other as a team. And is it going to be?
It's gonna be a single, I think so, yeah. So we are gonna get a single for set 4. What are we gonna see? I mean, obviously Shingen Kim cannot play.
Exactly.
He cannot play, so definitely will not get the full troll mode on this one. Okay.
No, but let's hope Daeung Choi doesn't.
Oh, Daeung Choi coming out of
With
the
the
Warlock. Please no. Please no. So putting that out there. Putting that out there.
I'm pretty sure.
We're the one that said it first. Yeah. We're not going to have Daeung Choi playing the Warlock on set 4. Please.
If Daeung Choi comes on the Warlock, I promise you that I will not say anything throughout this set 4.
I don't
I'm
mind.
not gonna cast
I don't
it.
mind.
I'm just gonna watch it.
I'll just solo cast it. Whatever you want me to do. I mean, that is something I'm willing to do because it's
You understand.
It is absolutely ridiculous that Daeung Choi, he's not good at the Warlock. Everybody kind of sees that now, and oh, I think Daeung Choi has his hands on the keyboard. This is gonna be nervous ending. What is he actually gonna play?
I really didn't mean it when, you know, I wanted to stay just quiet throughout the match. If Daeung Choi comes out as a Warlock, let's hope that that's not the...
Please.
Oh, it is Daeung Choi, but not on the Warlock.
Woo!
That kind of scared me right there when I saw his face. Oh,
you might have just lost your job for not
yeah,
casting during the game. Oh my goodness.
That was close.
That was very close, but you know, thankfully we're gonna get a very normal game here. Yeonu Kim on the Blade Dancer. Of course, the assassin for Daeung Choi. Still the world's best assassin, still, and see if he can dominate still after having 2 bad games on the Warlock. If he can come back in the assassin and have a strong game, we're gonna see if he can do that with Daeung Choi versus Yeonu Kim for game number 4. Let's get on the game. Finally, we get to see a normal game.
Yep.
For the first time in this series. It took us 4 games to get this. But Daeung Choi on the assassin. Up against Yeonu Kim on the Blade Dancer. Seems like he has that Frost Mine instead of the Landmine here.
He used his Lotus of Escape already, and you know, now I'm starting to doubt Daeung Choi because, you know, he is a good assassin, but he has the feels of the Warlock right now. He's not playing like an assassin right now.
Okay, he's gonna get the
Back row chase.
the double combo. The lightning draw. But that back row chase connecting, that forces out Daeung Choi to use the escape, but he's gonna go on the counter attack here with the webbing here.
Yep. Got the Lotus. There we go.
Strike once again. Going in this. Daeung Choi just trying to make sure he's ready for that next strike. Kim just getting ready for him.
I don't know. After seeing Daeung Choi just do nothing for 2 games. I know he's a good assassin, but it just feels like he's not a good player anymore after seeing those 2.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see, I think. I mean, you gotta give him one more chance. 3rd time's the charm for Daeung Choi.
Yeah, but this is his main for those of you who are having the same doubts as I am.
Okay. First not coming in. Not this game. Yeonu Kim's gonna use right
Back
there.
chase.
Counter game does come through with the Lotus of Escape being used by Daeung Choi. Yeonu Kim not the escape for now, so how is he gonna handle this situation once Daeung Choi makes a serious attack coming in?
Oh, stealth is used. All right, Daeung Choi is out of both escapes. So one good CC from Byanu, then Daeung Choi actually might lose the set.
See the stun coming up. Still out of
but he's
escape.
going on the offensive, and Byanu's out of escape for the next 5 seconds. You have 5 seconds.
One more bombard into the slash, and that's going to be good for Daeung Choi. Seemingly, he's still a good assassin, just not the Warlock. Maybe this game should help him realize for the next tag match, he will probably not return to the Warlock once again.
Okay. So it was, you know, at the point where both of them were both out of escapes. So one of the, you know, either one landing the first CC into a combo was going to win. And Daeung Choi, being the assassin, being the formidable assassin, coming back and proving to us that, you know, yeah, my Warlock's bad, but my assassin's still up there. It is the best. And, you know, he just showed us that. I'm glad that he got that one.
Glad he did as well. Super glad he didn't play the Warlock for the 3rd time. And close shave to finish it off with that bombard. Very, very nicely there. Feels like the Ines fans are still here to play, and you know, like, still have their belief, they still have their faith in Daeung Choi. And let's see what they do. And go on to the next match here, singles once again, and we're gonna see the return to it because it could be the last one. If you bring another good singles matchup, then you might just see the end of Anarchy. Got that win in tag match, but set 5, if they win it right here, see Ines go up to the winner's bracket to get ready to face against Coup d'etat here.
Yeah, this is potentially the last match, and let's see who will be coming out. All right, so it's Hyungil Kim's assassin. So we're gonna just get that assassin back to back here, and you know, if Hyungil Kim wins this singles, this means all 3 of them have won a singles match with an assassin today in this series. Youngmin Park on the KFM. We'll see if he's able to defeat Youngmin Kim on the assassin.
We get the third assassin in a row. 3 players playing assassin for IDEX and seeing the last one on the line of Youngmin Kim. Can he finish out the series with a win right here against Youngmin Park? We're going to find out the KFM versus assassin for this next match. So I think the story that is being written up today for IDEX is that Shingen Kim played the assassin on singles and won. Daeyoung Choi played the assassin and won. Now it's up to Youngmin Kim. If he wins on this one, the streak will keep going and starting off very nicely already. Youngmin Park going on the counterattack here.
Yep, Youngmin Park used that early type escape. Same goes for Youngmin Kim now, but he still does have the Lotus of escape, so he's going to make his move.
He's got the Frost Mine as well. Very similar to Daeyoung Choi's build. Get the stun once again.
Oh, but Youngmin Park is done. 17 seconds for the escape, and Youngmin Kim is going to go on with that 100-0 combo.
And there it is in the close shape to finish him off, and even a quicker finish. And that's going to be the team of 3 assassins. Let's not call them IDEX, let's call them the 3 assassins. That's what we need to do. Everyone is good at the assassin, and everyone can win with that class. And this team is ready to go to the winner's bracket to see if they're better than this next team of Coup d'etat.
Yeah, 3 Musketeers. I want to call it.
Yeah!
3 Musketeers. Anyways, yeah. So all 3 of these players won with an assassin, and you know, to be truthful, yes, this was an exciting match because IDEX kind of brought out different classes, kind of surprised us, even maybe like trolled us a little bit with the picks. But I feel really bad for Anarchy, to be honest, because you know they're really trying hard. They're constantly joining up the tournaments. They are performing their best. They're trying their best, and you know it just feels as if they're not up to par with IDEX and some of the players in skill levels.
And even when they were known as the G-Touring for years and years, they were never the best team. They've always had that same roster. They've always stuck through it together and had the teamwork ready. But individually, they were never really considered the best teams, nor the best players. Talk about that one player each time. But G-Touring, they're just waiting for their moment. But once again, Season 1 of 2018, once again, isn't their moment. Got very close to the winner's bracket. Going to the loser's bracket now and can have another chance to fight against GC% Red to hopefully have their fight to go to it. But GC% Red seemingly looking a lot stronger than Anarchy altogether. So I think that IDEX and Coup d'etat can be a lot closer, but Anarchy is going to have a hard time in this loser's bracket to have their chance against GC% Red.
So we'll have to see, and like I said before, and like Joel just mentioned, Anarchy and GC Red, even though they lost today, they are not eliminated. We'll have the losers bracket coming up as well as the winners bracket for IDEX versus Coup d'etat. So it's going to be exciting for both of the matches, and we'll see the results now of what happened today.
Got to see the game results. Coup d'etat did beat out GC Red in a full set, going all the way to Game 7 with Byung-In-jun, the rookie, doing very, very well for himself and the team. Very nicely done there, and IDEX is going to get the win over Anarchy in a relatively easier fashion. And you can see the winner's bracket being built up here, and that's going to be next Saturday, 12 p.m. Korean Standard Time. Going to get IDEX and Coup d'etat to see who the first place decider is, but that will not be it. That's going to be them going on to the grand finals, and that will be just the other team, whoever loses out in this first match will wait out between these 2 teams of the losers match and to see the winners out of that to get the second place matchup as well. So everything will be decided next week along with the finals that will be happening all on Sunday. But it's going to be a very interesting end to Season 1. Of course, we're already getting to the end of things and trying to figure out who the best team is at the moment. We're still looking out for that question to see what the right answer is.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens because, you know, like we were just explaining how, you know, the bracket's going to work. We're going to have the winners next week and, you know, all that double elimination. And, you know, I'm so excited for next week.
And next week will come soon enough, and we'll see you then for the next series of Brave and So, and we'll see you next time.